Good day all and welcome back to our Audi F1 Manager 2024 Season 2. So we're in 25 now. Quick recap for last season. On Constructors Championship we came 6th with 54 points. Making up majority of those points were Pourchaire, who came in 11th with 47 points. He retains the number 1 driver spot for our team. Lawson came 13th with 7 points. Towards the end of the season, he did quite well, but he did sort of fall off. So we've decided to replace him with that secret driver you see on Behrman. Behrman has decided to join us. He's a young, very enthusiastic driver. We're hoping that the pairing of them is going to see us go through quite far, and we're expecting big results. When it comes to the car, we did a lot of research towards the end of last season. When it comes to the board, they are quite confident with our team. As you can see, we got the rating last season. We went up to 450, which is pretty good. They were happy, delighted, disappointed with the race performances that happened last season. We came through with a bit of a cost cap penalty for last season with regards to the payouts we had to do in December. And also, we've managed to come through this year with a bit of money from a new sponsor. And with what we had last season, that's giving us a bit of a balance going forward now. We're going to have 2 new parts going onto the car as well before the first race, which is going to be a new chassis and a front wing, which is going to see us basically, I would say, competing with the top half of the top 10. We're going to probably have, at the moment, we've got the 7th best car. I've got a funny feeling we're going to have around the 5th or 6th best car after these upgrades. And we're going to carry on pushing to get the facility leveled up. As you can see, we're busy with the suspension refurbishing now. We want to try and get the racing simulator up as high as possible, just to give our drivers a better chance of growing. Scouting, we're not too worried about, as we're not going to be looking at doing too many replacements this year. Maybe they will come next year. And the team hub is obviously just, we're going to go for attractiveness and our mentality. Operations, weather center is being upgraded to level 4, thankfully. And everything else, we're basically just upgrading full and refurbishing at the moment. There's been huge roster changes now when it comes to the teams. Some of them I absolutely think would be amazing in the current Formula One. Some of them, it's actually quite funny. So let's start with Red Bull. Red Bull, we got Max Verstappen and Carlos Sainz. I mean, that is an amazing pairing. Then we've got Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton, how it's going to be for 2025, funny enough. So I think that was obviously pre-scripted. Then Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris still with McLaren, but we see Piastri moving up to car 1 ahead of Norris. So I've got a funny feeling Piastri is going to be a force to reckon with this year. Then it's our 2 drivers, Pourchaire and Behrman. Gotta love them. Aston Martin, obviously. Stroll, aka the window licker here. He's in with Daniel Ricciardo. I mean, Daniel Ricciardo, I think he's trying to drive for every team before he retires. Then Mercedes, Bottas makes his return, and still, unfortunately, as the number 2 driver, where Pepe Marti, pulled up from F2, has come in as their lead driver. I thought that was a very interesting call. I was sure it's going to be the other way around. RB, we've got Kevin Magnussen, which I'm very happy to see is still in as a driver. George Russell, aka Window Licker 2 Latte Boy. He's the 2nd driver for RB. He's dropped so far down from Mercedes now. Then we've got Haas, Logan Sargent, who I have no idea how is still in F1. And then Zhou Guanyu, who I always call Guanyu Zhou. I don't know why I always start with his surname, but very nice character. Is in Haas. Williams, we've got Alexander Albon and Yuki Tsunoda. Same thing with Sonoda, very weird. Last season he did very, very well in RB. He doesn't perform like he does in the actual F1, but he finds himself now in Williams with Kicksauber, with Hulkenberg and Gasly. I like Hulkenberg a lot. I was glad to see his return. And then Alpine, we got Frederick Vesti coming up from F2 with our old number 2 driver, Liam Lawson, who I'm pretty sure is going to have a, let's just say, as good of a time there as he did with us. Hope you're enjoying the new format of our videos. We're going to be shortening a little bit to do 2 races per video, just so that we can add a bit more information with each of the tracks. Can't wait for you guys to see what we have in store coming up. See you in the next video in Bahrain.